So if you're squeamish, that thing kind of bothers you, this is your warning now. Go ahead and click off, go somewhere, check out another video or something like that. What's up, guys? It's Amber from the Ramblin' Richardsons, and today we're trying to do a few things we got left to get ready for this trip. So we're gonna be gone for a few days, and we have a couple of animals that require lighting. We have some little peacock day geckos and a veiled chameleon that are gonna require a light system to be turned on and off. I do this manually. I get up in the morning and I come into my office where most of the animals are, and I get them going for the day, and then go check on Duke, our veiled chameleon, in the other room. But I won't be here. No one will be here. Typically, if we go out of town, we ask a friend or a family member to come and house sit. That way, they're here for all of the animals. This is the longest trip we're going to be going on since we've been together, pretty much. So I have to set up a couple of digital timers for the geckos and the veiled chameleon's lights. So today I'm going to be showing you how we get these things set up. You just basically plug this in, set the timer, and it will cut the electricity to whatever's plugged into it. And then I think the plug is on the back or the bottom here. So when you plug your device into this, it cuts the electricity at whatever time you scheduled and then turns it back on whenever you schedule it. So that'll be nice so that the animals can have a light system while we are gone, because they require UVB. It's very important for them. So do me a huge favor. Go down there, like, ring the notification bell, and hit subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. It helps my channel tremendously, and it doesn't cost anything. So go do that for me real quick, and then we'll get the video started. All right, so you got to plug these things in. They have an internal battery in case anything happens. So the internal battery never forgets what your stuff is going on. But it's got to be plugged in and charged for an hour. So we're going to go ahead and do that now. Okay, so here's our animal rack. We have fish, isopods. We have our juvenile axolotl beans, the day geckos. We have Sheila. And then down below, we have Frankie. Now, Frankie and Beans don't require any UVB. The day geckos do. Sheila does not, but she's right next to the window. She gets to enjoy it anyway. She's nocturnal. And then we have the isopods that have a little UVB light that I turned on just to light up the enclosure, really. It stays off most of the time because the isopods that are in there are also more active at night. So we got the day gecko light isolated down here at the bottom. I do have a power strip up here that runs a lot of this electronics that go into this entire rack, but went ahead and isolated the day gecko light down here. So we're just going to unplug their light, and then we're going to plug in the timer, and the light plugs in here to the side, just like that. So there's our timer plugged in. We have not set it yet. The day gecko light's plugged into the side, so it's on still. We got to let this sit for an hour to charge the internal battery. So we need to go plug Duke's in as well. So here's Duke's enclosure. You can see he's got a dual light up there. So it's got two cords. So we have his connected to a power strip down here. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug the power strip into this guy. Okay. Hey, Duke, smile for the camera, buddy. So we got a little bit of a problem. These only come with one plug on the end, and they don't have the third for what a power strip would have. So his lights just have the two, And we need 2 of these. So looks like it's going to be a trip to the hardware store to get another one of these. So each one of Duke's lights can go directly into it and be on a timer. But we'll go ahead and get this one plugged in and charging. So with the exception of Duke with his 2 lights and them not having that 3rd prong, we are also going to make sure we feed the animals pretty heavily. So the fish will get a pretty hefty dose of the fish food, those tropical flakes. There's a couple of shrimp in there, and I think 2 pygmy cory cats, and a snail. So we'll feed them a pretty hefty serving, and also give the isopods a pretty hefty serving of the fish food as well, because that works really great for isopods. And we'll spray their enclosure down. I'll put a couple of crickets in here with Sheila, a few mealworms, super worms, sorry. And I think there is currently, what are those called? Oh, there's currently a hornworm in there that's small enough for her to eat. Then I have some miniature crickets right down here, these little guys, and these Heidi flies. Those will go to Johnny in June. Also make a thing of crested gecko diet and put in there for them. And I'll make sure that both of these enclosures are misted down pretty heavily before we leave tomorrow morning. Of course, I do it daily, but tomorrow morning I'll make sure to do it a little bit more than I normally would be, just so that the animals don't dehydrate. So they will be going for a few days without it. So we'll be leaving Friday tomorrow. We'll be gone Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. We'll come home Monday morning. And of course, they will be the first thing that we check on, as well as Duke. Duke has a dripper, and I'm not too worried about him dehydrating. I'll throw a bunch of crickets in there for him as well, so he can hunt throughout the several days, as he won't eat all of them at once. Also, I'll put some super worms in there for him. And he's been munching on some hornworms all week long. So he's been fed pretty heavily this week. Normally you want to go a couple of days between feedings for the animals that we have, except for the axolotls. So I'm going to go ahead and go get some worms, and I'm going to go ahead and feed Frank and Beans, our 2 axolotls, and switch our laundry. We got laundry going, got lots of stuff going to get ready. And then we got to go to the hardware store, pick up another one of those timers. So, woo, got lots of stuff left to do, and, oh, didn't wear my watch. Not a lot more time left to do it. I believe it's almost 4 o'clock, so I got to go do all this stuff and pick up my wife by 5, and then we got to pack the car. Whoa, busy day, but we're going to get it all done. So let's feed Frank and Beans real quick. Okay, so Frank and Beans pretty much split a worm. So these are night crawlers that we get from a local pet store. Man. Promise I don't have corona. Anyways, so I usually give Beans 2 quarters of a worm, and then I give Frank 1/2. So we're gonna feed him now, then I'm probably gonna feed him again later, and then again tomorrow morning, just so they're fat and happy. I usually will fast my axolotls for 1 whole day, so giving them 2 days is not going to be something that's going to hurt them. Of course, we're going to feed them as soon as we get back home. So let's get a worm out. Okay, so we've got our earthworm here, our night crawler, and very disclosure here, in order to feed partial earthworm, we do have to cut this guy up into pieces. Okay, so again, like I said, full disclosure, we have to cut the earthworm into pieces. So if you're squeamish, that thing kind of bothers you, this is your warning now. Go ahead and click off, go somewhere, check out another video or something like that. Maybe one of my videos, I don't know. I mean, maybe one of my videos, a little more friendly. But I'm not gonna actually show me cutting the earthworm, but I will have to show earthworm pieces. So that thing grosses you out, this is your warning. Okay guys, I got my earthworm here. We're going to feed beans first. Do a little. Am I gonna film this? Oh yeah, hungry little Lottle. Good job, Beans. All right, so we'll give Beans a minute to eat that, and we'll check on, there he is, Frankie. What's up, Frank? You hungry? Okay, so I've got another worm here, a little bit bigger. This is for Frankie. If you want an animal that's got a great feeding response, axolotls are it. They are awesome eaters. All right, Frank. Oh yeah. Talk about awesome. Just snatched it. Pretty good for a guy with poor eyesight. All right. You ready for your second piece? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Another worm. About to go down. It was pretty big, but Beans is growing, so I don't want it. Also, the worm will contract. So I don't want to not give Beans enough food. I want to make sure that he is healthy and growing. Pretty sure it's a boy. Let's see if he'll eat another piece. Oh, he nibbled it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Amazing feeding response. These guys are just amazing little animals. Really amazing. Yeah, buddy. Okay, the axolotls are fed. I'm not going to feed the geckos until tomorrow morning, nor am I going to feed Duke over in the next room until tomorrow morning, to make sure that they get a healthy feeding response when they do get their animals to eat. So now it's off to the hardware store to get another one of those timers, and then we'll finish setting the timers up on the gecko and the chameleon enclosure, test them out to make sure they work. So guys, I just stopped at PetSmart as I had to get some food for Eddie. We're having somebody watch Eddie while we're out of town, specifically because he is older, has some special needs. We had to pick up special food for him, soft food. All of our other dogs, though, are on food from Barkin Creek, but they did happen to have a ZooMed day-night timer. So this little thing is the dual timer there, you can see, and it's got the prong in it. That was $21, but those digital timers that they had at the hardware store were like 11 something a piece, because they were out of the really basic $5 ones. You can get them for $5. You could probably get them on Amazon for much cheaper. I just needed one in a pinch. I typically don't buy ZooMed brand stuff because you can go and get something for cheaper, like on Amazon or the hardware store. But they had one here at PetSmart, saved me having to drive to go to another place. So we got another timer, and that one doesn't look like it has to charge. So we'll go ahead and put that one for Duke's enclosure. I'm starving. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat, and then I gotta clean out the car and go pick up the wife. Okay, I found a different car wash to go to, so we're in the car wash now, getting all clean. Then we're gonna clean out the inside and go pick up my wife. Sweet. Okay, so the way these works is you hold down time and then you press the hour to change the hour. This one seems to be malfunctioning, so I used the other one to set up the gecko enclosure, and we tested it and it turns on and off the way it should. So I put the Zoom Ed one in with Duke, and it should be on in the morning at 7 a.m. when we get up. We'll double check to make sure. Well, that's a wrap until tomorrow when we get on the road. So guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, it's about the journey, not the destination. Peace. And we are out at Bastrop State Park with some friends camping, and got here last night and it was a mad dash to get everything set up before it got dark. So I didn't film anything yesterday driving in. It was a crazy day, and then the wind and the temperatures came. We did not bring a tent that was set up for winter, so we had to go to Walmart, get a new tent, set that up. Oh. So we went to Walmart, got a new tent, and we got the new tent set up, and my poor wife all day today has still been sick, so we may not make it till Monday. It's Saturday right now. We're supposed to stay today and tomorrow and leave Monday. I have a feeling we may leave tomorrow. But while we're here today, we're here with some friends. We're gonna maybe take a drive around to see, look at the park, take a look. It's beautiful here, all the pine trees. So I'll see if I can get some video of that. And yeah, we got breakfast cooking right now. I filmed a little bit of us cooking out hot dogs last night, but we were just so tired after we ate hot dogs. We just took showers and went straight to bed, and that wind kicked in at like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning. So we are certainly tired today, but I digress. So we're back home. Camping was actually a bit of a bust. The first night was amazing. We did hot dogs and then went to sleep, but around 3 a.m. the wind came in and the cold came in, and we just weren't set up for that, and it riled up our allergies. And the next morning, my poor wife was sick with morning sickness and headache, and we also realized there was a tree leaning pretty far over, you see in the video. So that wasn't safe for us to be camping under. I did take some really cool shots of the first night from where our campsite was, and I'll post them here. Yeah. Anyways, they said we could camp across the park somewhere else, away from the people who were camping, or we could get a refund. And since we were there camping with other people, that wasn't really gonna work, being across the park from them, and my wife was not feeling good, and I decided, okay, we'll just pack it up. We'll have to go back. We definitely want to. But it was just not in the cards for us, and that's okay. But we're all back home and safe, and we had to recover. The first night we didn't get any sleep, so we came home around 6 o'clock. We fell asleep after getting cleaned up, and wake up until 8 a.m. the next day. We were both dog tired. And that's really all we have for today. That's all for this video. I know it's a little bit long, but thank you so much for watching. Surely appreciate it. Remember, it's about the journey, not the destination. So thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.